Good afternoon, Fargo. Fargo City Commissioner Tony Gehrig. I think we're connected, are we? Yes, we are. I'm on Facebook Live. I'm also here in my office, so I'll be looking back and forth a little bit. I'm making videos for how I voted for the April 8th, 2019 Fargo City Commission meeting. There just seems to be a lot of incentives on the agendas lately, and that needs to end. We need to end the incentives, but there's a lot of them, so let's talk about them. The first thing we're talking about is the aid agreement with the West Fargo Fire Department. It's a simple agreement that if West Fargo has a fire and we're closer and can help, that we will. Or if there's a big fire, that will help, and vice versa. So it's a simple agreement that cities do with each other. We have one with Moorhead, we have one with communities around us, and I think it's just the right thing to do as neighbors to help out when possible with those other areas. We do the same thing with police officers and things like that as well. Number two was the 64th Avenue road construction project. So if you live in South Fargo, this matters more to you than if you live in North Fargo, but as you know, 52nd Avenue is basically the last point where you can cross over to the interstate until you go way south to like the Horace exit. So we're going to create a road that goes underneath the interstate for 64th Avenue. The biggest thing I just want to point out here is that we're not putting bike lanes on it. We're going to save $1 million doing that. So we could have spent another $1 million to put bike lanes on there. There were people who wanted to do that, and I'm just glad that we didn't, because it's $1 million and it matters, and dollars come from somewhere, and that's you. So we didn't do that. It's just going to be a regular road with a walking path next to it. So that's good. Number three is the parking ramp that we're going to build in downtown Fargo. Another parking ramp that the city's going to own and lose hundreds of thousands of dollars every single year owning it. So we're going to pay $11 million to build it. Then we're going to lose $200,000 a year, $300,000 a year on a good year to own it, and then we're just going to charge you more taxes. I don't understand it. So we're giving a tip, we're giving an incentive to one of the Kilbourne Group subsidiaries to build a large building, a large apartment building, where the Goodyear building is currently, and inside of that will be a parking ramp that we will own. So they get the benefit of using it. They get the benefit of that, but we're going to pay for it. So I don't know where this stops. I asked at the meeting if it's going to lose money. Yes, it will. I asked how much it's going to be, $11 million. And at some point, you just got to ask yourself, if parking is such a problem in downtown Fargo, why doesn't the private sector step up? It's not up to the taxpayers of Fargo to fund parking in downtown Fargo. We don't do that anywhere else. In South Fargo, Walmart is kind of a pain to park in, right? Especially in the winter. It gets cold and it's a long way to walk. So why don't we have the city build a parking ramp at Walmart? How about at the Fargo Dome or anywhere else? We don't do this anywhere else but the city of Fargo in downtown Fargo. We even want to build one at the airport. I don't understand it. So we're losing money doing it. It passed 4-1. I was the only lone vote, obviously, to vote no. And it's just costing you guys more and more. It's more incentives that are out of control. So start speaking up. We saw the article recently in the Fargo Forum saying we're going to exempt $76 million in construction is being asked for this year in one meeting, basically. This is one of those projects. This is one of those projects. So please pay attention to how we're spending your tax dollars. The budget's coming up, and share the video, like the video, and start conversations, because we're spending your money and we're charging you more. And I guarantee you that your property tax bill is going up this year, and we're going to raise the mills. And I'll vote against that, but I'm only one vote. So please keep watching. Thank you.